It's important to note with the muscle that all the muscle fibers travel in the same direction, and so they are parallel to each other. And so in this picture we show the muscle belly with two tendon attachments. So let's just say this is your bicep muscle. And so this muscle, nice and healthy, again, no tears, all the fibers traveling in the same direction. This muscle would be able to contract and stretch very well. Again, proper function is what we're looking at here. And so say you've had some type of injury now, maybe a tear, you were trying to lift a box that was a little heavier, and so we've got a tear now that's developed within the muscle belly. So these muscles have torn apart, and the muscle's not going to like this, so it's going to try to fill this gap, fill this tear area. And so after the inflammatory process of the body, you're going to be left with some scar tissue. What's important to note about the scar tissue is that these fibers grow in all directions. So kind of just a mesh or a cast over that gap, and it's going to help fill in that void in the muscle belly. But again, really important to note that these fibers grow in all sorts of different directions. This is going to be a trouble spot. This is going to create an area where the muscle is not going to function properly. And again, that's what active release was designed to remove, is that knot there, that scar tissue, or that really fibrotic tissue there that's within the muscle belly. You know, the body's three-dimensional, so we got structures laying on top of other structures and traveling in different directions. So, you know, you may have this muscle now that comes in at a different direction and comes in contact with that muscle. Over time, that scar tissue now is going to start spreading and will start affecting that adjacent muscle, creating a problem and creating some scar tissue within that structure, and that's what we see here. Within the adjacent structures may be a nerve, and that's what this diagram shows. It shows a nerve that travels, say, pretty close there to that scar tissue, and as that scar tissue, again, as that adhesion starts to grow thicker or bigger, it's going to affect that nerve. And it's basically another form for a nerve to become irritated or impinged on, and this is why active release is so effective. It's able to address all these different structures, and there's protocols that will help stretch out and break apart, you know, muscle between muscle or muscle between a nerve, again restoring proper function and slide. That slide is what we're looking for between these structures.